NBA Saturday is here, and I have my 4 favorite free plays for you all this Saturday in the NBA. All right, guys, I'm super excited to give you all these picks. I've done a lot of research, put a lot of time into these picks to make sure I can cash you guys out. But before we get into tonight's picks, a quick recap of last night. Went 2-2 on the night. We were so close to cashing out all 4. Paolo Banchero was so close to hitting his points. We needed 3 more points. He had chances in the fourth quarter, but just didn't quite get there. RJ Barrett needed 19.5 points and rebounds. He finished at 19 exactly, so we're 1 point a rebound away from there, and then 3 points away from Paolo. We're so close. We're right there. We have our finger on the pulse in the NBA. We've been pretty hot recently and throughout the month of January as well. The second half of January has been an absolutely incredible run in terms of the NBA. As of right now, I am 12-4 in my last 16 picks, so doing very, very well. We've cashed out multiple times recently as well. I'm about to show you, but before we dive into all that, guys, if you are not signed up to Novig yet, you guys need to sign up. You guys can use my code TEACH10 as a new user to sign up. You'll get a $25 purchase match. So what that means is if you deposit $25 in the app, you'll get another $25 to play with as well. Novig's a new up-and-coming sports betting platform. Been a lot of fun using them recently. So they're glad to have them as a partner. Really enjoying taking the picks on Novig. Great new platform. And if you're not on Novig, you guys can also hop on over to Chalkboard as well. Been loving Chalkboard recently too. With my code TEACH10, new users can sign up to Chalkboard. That will get you a 100% deposit match and a free pick as well. Also, Chalkboard hands out profit boosts like pretty much every day. They do these fun daily drops where they give out like card packs that you can open, and it'll give you like new profit boosts. They hand out 50% profit boosts like pretty often too. It's really cool to see. So been loving Chalkboard and Novig. Both links to those sites will be in the description of this video, so you can find that very easily down there. All right, guys, enough talking there. Let's get into today's picks. Well, before we get into today's picks, actually, let me show you what I've been cashing out in the NBA. I went back-to-back cash outs in the NBA this past Tuesday and Wednesday, right? We hit this 4-man on Wednesday, and we hit this 3-man on Tuesday. So we had back-to-back cash outs for 6x and 10x in the NBA. So you know I've been hot. I told you I'm 12-4 in my last 16 plays in the NBA. Let's get into today's picks. Starting us off, let's zoom in here. Starting us off, my first play of the night, Jarris Walker over 10.5 points. Jarris Walker's gone over this line of 10.5 points in 8 of his last 10 games, where he's averaging 13.5 points. You can see here a lot of green on the screen. Hit actually in his last 4 games straight, 5 of his last 6 too. Been playing very, very well recently, going over this line. Has a great matchup against the Atlanta Hawks, who are 23rd in the league in points allowed, giving up over 118 points per game. And at the power forward position, they are slightly better, about middle of the pack in the league, giving up over 21.5 points per game. But this still bodes well for us and for Jarris Walker in this matchup as well. All right, as you can see here, yeah, hitting his last 4 games straight. Shooting pretty well from the field recently too. If we look at his last 5 games here, 67% shooting, 50%, 53%, 50%, 75%. Has not shot under 50% in his last 5 games. Shooting very well. Takes about 9 or 10 shots a game. Shoots 50% from 3 in his last 10 games as well. So been heating up from the field. So we're hoping for him to continue and shoot very well against the Hawks defense that gives up a bunch of points. So looking to do that in this matchup. Plays over 25 minutes per game. Last game, he only played 21.5 minutes and still was managed to get 16 points. So, yes, they played the Bulls. Bulls are not a great team, but the Hawks aren't a great team either. So, even if he doesn't play like close to like his 25-minute mark, he can still get over this points line, right? He's been shooting the ball lights out in his last 5 games, so we're looking for him to continue that. That's what I'm going with this play here for Jarris Walker. Now, heading into pick number 2, we're sticking in the same game, same team, actually. We're going Pascal Siakam over 11.5 rebounds and assists. Bit of an odder pick, but I like this play because he's gone over 11.5 rebounds and assists in 8 of his last 10 games. He's averaging close to 13 combined over that 10-game stretch. Has had 2 different stretches where going over this line 4 games in a row, and then 1 game where he just misses 4 games in a row, and then a game against the Bulls where he didn't do as well. But we're looking for him to bounce back here against the Hawks. As you can see, he's gone 4 games straight, just barely mixed, and then bounce back with 4 straight games going over this line. A bad game, looking for him to bounce back and get back on the horse, right? Like I said, Hawks are not very good defending points. They're also not very good defending rebounds or assists. They're just not a very good team. 26 in the league in rebounds allowed and 22nd in the league in assists allowed overall. And at the power forward position, they're actually worse. Second worst in the league in rebounds allowed, giving up over double-digit rebounds per game. 26th in the league in assists allowed, giving up almost 5 assists per game to the power forward position. It's a match made in heaven for Pascal Siakam. We just need Siakam to grab the rebound, bring it up the court, pass off to Jarris Walker 3, bang. That's how we're going to cash out these 2 plays, right? That's the recipe to success in this matchup, right? Siakam's averaging over 7.5 potential assists in his last 10 games and 12.5 rebound chances in his last 10 games on average. Plays 34 minutes a game, so he's on the court a ton of opportunities for him. Even in the last 3 games, 37 minutes, 35 minutes, 36 minutes. So he's played 35-plus minutes in his last 3 games, so on the court a lot. They're trusting Siakam, the star player of this team. There's a reason he's going to be on the court for a long time. All right, so that's what we're going with for those 2 plays with the Pacers. Now, guys, if you want to get my best free play every single day earlier before the YouTube video drops, you guys can sign up to my Winible store for free. The link will be in the description below of this video. You can sign up totally free. I post my best free play about an hour or 2 before the YouTube video drops, right? So you can get that before you're even watching this. I do have VIP options for weekly and monthly, but you guys can just sign up for free. Get my best free play, and then when the YouTube video goes live, I will post that on there as well, so you can see when I'm active and when I'm posting and stay in the loop with all of my content. Now, for our favorite play of this NBA Saturday, we're going with Bam Adebayo over 36 PRA. Here's what I like about this for Bam. All right, Norman Powell's out, sure. Bulls are actually going to be out with 3 of their top 5 starters in this game. So that means Bam's going to be very busy on offense, going to get a lot of opportunities, going to probably play a few more minutes as well. So that bodes well for us as well. The more time he's on the court, more opportunity he has to get these statistics up, right? And the Heat are going up against the Bulls. Bulls not a very great team. 26th in the league in points allowed, giving up almost 120 points per game. 17th in rebounds allowed. 27th in assists allowed as well. So this is a great matchup for Bam. And at the center position, they're much worse. They're actually bottom third of the league in all 3 major categories. 26th in points allowed, 20th in rebounds allowed, and 25th in assists allowed at the center position. This is a match made in heaven. Bam Adebayo has been playing really well over his last, I'd say 15 games too, maybe even 20. As you can see here, had a few games where he didn't hit the stretch, but the last 10 games have been actually incredible. Hitting 6 of his last 10. He's been going pretty well in terms of points, right? A bunch of 20-ish, 30-point games mixed in, right? Missed 2 of the last 3, but he's hitting 4 of the last 6, so that makes me feel really good going up against a very favorable matchup in the Bulls. Now, they did play the Bulls a couple days ago. They're playing them again, right? I still like them to go over this line, especially if the Heat are going to be missing 3 of their 5 starters. Bam's just going to be on the court for so much longer. Got a very favorable matchup at the center position as well. So I love this play for Bam to go over this line. So that's my favorite play of Saturday. Now let's round us out with the 4th pick of Saturday. Amen Thompson under 17.5 points. Thompson's gone under the 17.5 point line 7 of his last 10 games, where he's averaging only 16 points per game. And that's really kind of skewed by a couple games where he's gone over 23 points, 20 points, and 25 points. So even when he does go over, not significantly higher than the line that's set at. But you can see here most of the time he's going under this line. Only 9 points in his last game, and then 8 points the game or 2 games before that as well, against a Grizzlies team that's not all that good either, and against a Hawks team that's really not that good either. So I guess against bad teams, he just doesn't play well, which really doesn't make sense. But also, going up against the Mavericks tonight is what the Rockets are doing, who they're playing against. The Mavericks are 21st in the league in points allowed, so honestly not that great. But at the small forward position, we have a much better matchup here. They're top 10 in terms of points allowed against small forwards, giving up just 20 points per game to that position. All right, obviously, Amen Thompson's not going to be the only small forward playing in this game, but he does play almost 40 minutes a game, so he's on the court a lot, but he's been playing like a couple less minutes in the last few games, so that does help. The less amount of time he's on the court, the less chance he has to go over this line. Going up against a Mavericks team that defends this position well, I like this spot here for Thompson. Shooting 47% over his last 10 games. You can see in the last few, hasn't shot over 50% in his last 4 games. And takes like decent amount of shot attempts too, right? 13 attempts per game at this one game where he shot 23 attempts. Right, I don't expect him to shoot over 20 plus attempts in this game, but even if he does, I still feel really confident in it. Gets the free throw line like occasionally, really doesn't shoot any threes, so just got to keep him out of the paint and getting those high percentage shots, and we should be good to go for this play. All right, so those are my 4 plays. Let's quickly recap those 4 before we get on out of here. All right, starting us off, Jarris Walker over 10.5 points. Pascal Siakam over 11.5 points, 11.5 rebounds and assists. And then my favorite play of this Saturday, Bam Adebayo over 36 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Amen Thompson under 17.5 points. So those are our 4 plays for this Saturday. Thank you all for watching. And if you guys are not signed up to Pikkit yet, you guys need to sign up. Pikkit combines all of your sports books into one place. You can see your combined records and all of your balances, so you're not juggling through all of your apps. You can see it all in one spot. That's what Pikkit does. All right, and they're actually going to pay new users to sign up. And there's no catch at all, no subscription service you need to sign up for, no one-time payment. They are going to pay you one time, right? $3 or $100 just for signing up. Yep. Yes, you see that right. A free chance at $100. I don't know about you guys, but I like free money. I'm sure you do too. Free chance at $100. Just have to download the Pikkit app, use my code TEACH10 to sign up, and sync up a sportsbook that has at least 10 or more bets placed on it, and you will get that deposit into your Venmo or PayPal. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you do enjoy these videos as much as I do enjoy putting them out for you. We've been on a heater in the NBA recently. I have my finger on the pulse. We did miss yesterday, but we've had back-to-back cash outs in the past week. Cashed out the week before as well. So having a lot of fun betting on the NBA. Have my finger on the pulse. So super excited. I'm ready for the Super Bowl to be here. That's really all I can think about as a Pats fan. But we will have more picks for this Sunday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for more picks.